McMorran. Oh, all over and done with. Christmas and New Year for another year. Dear, dear. What can we say? I hope you enjoyed it. Got through it all. And still okay. What can you say? But yeah, now television's full of holidays now. And the next thing will be Easter. Just one thing to another, to another, to another, to another. On we go, like, you know. All designed to get rid of our cash, I suppose. Quick update on where we are. I was going to come in the other day there, but you know, couldn't face it. Weather was reasonable. Walk, we have wander. Met some interesting people. And in particular a young couple who on their way to Mid-Hope from London, and they work for freelance, do tours, heritage type stuff, history. But very nice young couple, and so I got on the crack with them for a while. Showed them where Mid-Hope was, and there you are. Anyway, with this, you've really got to just change and chop, and as things work, let it happen, and things don't work, just move around. Fluid, it's fluid, the word we're looking for, fluid, like, you know, whatever takes your fancy, whatever comes your way. But this one, I opened up and just like a mouth for felling trees, and to hold it together, I just put a dowel up through it. Not finished it off yet as such. I'll go back into them when I get them to a point. The mouth I put in, and a wedge, the teeth, sorry, I put in, and a wedge, just to tighten them up. I'll go back over them. It's just a rough set that I'm never sure where it's going to end up, and in fact I question myself on whether I should have started the bloody things. No, I'm not really sure actually, like, you know, guy. I do question whether I should actually get these ideas. I should just, you know, I should know better. I'll just leave it be. But anyway, I've got a name for them. I've managed to come up with a name, like, you know. So they're going to be called the Loggers. And so I don't know whether it works or not, but anyway, that's it, like, you know. But we'll go. But this one I'm busy working on right now, and I did explain what I was going to do in the last one, but it didn't work. And that's what happens with these things. Some things work and some things don't. But I find if you're doing it, you've really got to kind of do the eyes first and put them in place roughly, so that you get a feel for the rest of it after that, like, you know. And so that's what I tend to put the eyes in, and the rest of it you can juke around with and whatnot. But the glue's frozen there. I hope it's on its way now. And I've made up, this one I've done slightly different to the other ones. You can keep them all a little bit different, and just usual scraps that you've got lying around. Really doesn't have to be anything particular. Get them the right way, it'll be fine. And that's the idea. So I'm going to glue and screw them in, and something like that. Though I think I'll need to alter. I had it set right before I started filming this, but I was going to put it together, but I need to figure out where I was. There's no exact measurements in this game, of course, which can be a bit of a problem. You just got to find what you want to, when you're putting it together. You build a bit of slack into things so that you can alter it a bit. That's better. Never make you're boring the holes, bore them over slightly oversized. That expansion glue will take up the slack in it, and it gives you a room to just juke around. You don't want things too tight at all, because I say it's weight, it's balance, to get things just where you want them. And you won't probably get it right the first time. If you do, well done you. If you do, don't holler. If you get it right, leave it. So I'll change that. But I'm going to make 4. I'll just cut it 3, you know. But I've got something else to go on with, but I'm waiting on the new saw that I ordered. Well, the son ordered it through Amazon for us, but it was supposed to come yesterday, the fret saw, but it's not came, and he got an email saying that it hasn't been dispatched yet, blah blah. So he was at me asking me what I wanted to do. He's paying half of it, by the way, which is very good of him. I didn't really expect that, but so he says, well, I'll maybe use it back and forward. So he says, I'll pay for half of it. Fair enough, like, you know, fine. But it's not arrived, so I can't go on with the thing that I need to go on with. So we'll just joke around with this, and the weather isn't so brilliant today, so we'll do a morning in the workshop and see if we can move these on a little bit. But I'm quite happy with that kind of position there. So see where there's a little bit of glue movement. Let's see if we can get. I've got it set on top of the fire here. It's water activated, but there's enough moisture in the timber not to worry about that. But everything was solid. I've got some brushes sitting in water there. It was an ice cube. Oh, that's fine. A little bit in there. What I'll do is I'll just pop these on now. Pop them in. And leave them at that. I'll let them set before I try and do the feet. But just, as I say, it's balance. It's just getting them to look right and balance right. And I say it's one of these. You start and you say, how did I bloody stop with this? Why did I do this? Keeps it going, keeps it going. But sticks, 1 or 2 sticks to sort of. I actually sold some sticks before Christmas there. 3. Oh, I was quite surprised. And even picked out the Juniperus, that one with the Juniperus virginiana one. And then it was like version of Harry Lauder type stick with a walnut handle on it. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. And sold that one, sold holly one with a lovely handle on it. It was all holly, but it was a 2-piece. And believe it or not, one of the brooms, the stick I'd built out of Broom, and quite a history to Broom actually. I didn't really realise that, like, you know, that. But seemingly it was an old custom. It was way before they actually got married, or they had the marriage ceremony. I think it was way back in the 1800s. The government introduced the marriage ceremony. It's amazing how you think it's always been around, but it's not. And before that, the part of the custom was seemingly jumping over the broom, and it was the actual plant, the broom shrub, was made up into, I'd imagine, probably the equivalent, the bism nowadays, the birch thing, but back then they must have made it out of broom, probably with whatever handle it would be on it and that kind of thing. But seemingly it was continued on into the gypsies and the travelling people still continue that custom on to this day. And some things, it's still part of the thing is to jump over the broom. Well, we were watching that Gypsy Brides on the television, you wouldn't see that at all. My God, these are some girls, these like, you know, I mean, what can you say, like, guys are so much better, but the girls are something, like, you know, big, the fancier, the bigger, the better. I mean, it's impressive, like, you know. But, you know, when they're getting interviewed, it's a case of, you know, it's all they're looking forward to is getting married and families, and there's nothing wrong with that, like, you know, but it's much to hear about that nowadays, like, you know, it's like, that's a thing, but I love the whole thing, so, but, I'm just going to set this up so that it's at the right kind of angle there and now. Keep an eye on it as that glue expands. But yeah, so that was part of the thing, was jumping over the broom. And this was way back, as I say, before the middle of the 18th century, I think, that the government's introduced the Marriage Act. But part of the custom back then was that, you know, just living with each other and that kind of thing. But if the wife left, or you threw her out, or whatever it may be, or she threw you out, but I don't think it was other ways, seemingly. I think tended to be more women thrown out than men. But seemingly they would leave a broom at the outside the front door, and that signified that they were looking for a new woman in the house. So it was. I read up a little bit on it. Did it make a good stick? Yeah, it did make a good stick. A lot of play in it, you know, giving it. But if you're walking with it properly, it'll not be a problem. Like, you know, it wasn't too much give, but more than you get out a lot of sticks. Like, you know. But as I say, so I've got three away there. And somebody there, well, a while back there, so I have another thumbstick to get ready. I think there's one here actually that this won't be the one, but this is a small one I'm making. Oh, thing, this is a small one I'm making, and this is part of. It's a bit of hazel. It's just a short stick. It's for a younger person, or vertically challenged person. And this is a bit of yew root. There's bits where I am that there's old yew. Now, killing a yew is a difficult business at the best of times, but anyway, there's some real root systems still been. God knows how long they've been lying there. But always looking for something to make or be part of a stick. I had a rake around it, and but this is once it's polished up, it's got that gorgeous red, deep, very, very strong, really strong. But so we'll need to get that started. So a little bit of movement, not a lot, but a little bit. Anyway, the bell is wrong, and so we'll leave you to your grind. And thought I'd say I'd let you see how it's moving. It is moving, but what this year will bring, well, we don't really know yet. Like, you know, if it's as good as last year, it'll do. Just keep plodding on, like keep sticking the miles in. It's getting a bit more difficult, mind you, but keep plodding on, and we'll catch you in the next one. We'll maybe try and I need to get some arms for these. Arms, you're talking about for pals, you never know. Catch you later, cheers.